Hi, everybody. This is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I have with me two of the members from Exidio. Who are Exidio? Well, they are the group of people who are behind Sentinel. Who are Sentinel? Well, you're going to find out because they are going on Mainnet in a couple of weeks' time. And the Sentinel project allows you to earn passive income and to keep yourself private and secure.
Tokenmetrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams.
All right, good afternoon and good evening, Srinivas, where you are, and hello, Dan, where you are, and good afternoon from me in the UK. You guys have been on my channel before because you are from Exidio.co, and you're the company behind Sentinel.co, and Sentinel is one of the founding members of the Blockchain Privacy, Security and Adoption Alliance. This is a group of now 9 projects that are working together to further privacy, security and adoption, and it includes Pirate Chain and Ether1 and Ergo Platform and Komodo Platform and Burstcoin and Dragon Chain and Turtle Network and BitTube, and I'm always terrified that I've missed one out. If I have, I apologize, but I don't think I have. There's too many, and more are growing. Okay.
You got all 9 down.
That's right. Dan, do you want to start by saying a little bit about yourself and Exidio, and then Srinivas, you can say that, and then we can get into Sentinel, because some very, very exciting things are happening with Sentinel.
Yeah, Rich, thanks so much. Appreciate you having us back on the show. So I'm Dan, I'm the CEO of Exidio. And as you mentioned, Exidio is the software development company. So we're the company building on the Sentinel network. And so Sentinel is a peer-to-peer network for people to offer bandwidth in a marketplace for people to use bandwidth or offer bandwidth. And like you said, for those that offer it, receiving passive income. And Exidio is a software company building integrations on top of the network. So any company that wants to build their own customized decentralized VPN can leverage Exidio and our expertise to be able to get plugged into the Sentinel network. We incorporated a year ago, and we're really excited. We have tons of big things to share in this video. But yeah, and I have my bull market fro going, following Sam Bankman-Fried in his lead. And so we have a ton that we're excited about right now.
Fabulous, fabulous. And just one thing to acknowledge, where you are, you're having problems with the internet, so you may drop out every now and then. So don't worry, we're just going to include that. And one thing just to say about VPNs, I learned from a cousin, can actually often accelerate bandwidth because you can connect to a server where the connection's way more secure than where it might be locally. Just a little tip. Okay, Srinivas, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Rich, for having us on your channel again. Yeah, I am Srinivas, a CTO of Exidio, and also the the core contributor to the Sentinel DVPN protocol from the initial days. Yeah, that's what.
Great.
Yeah, most of you know me as Tony Stark on Sentinel groups.
Yes. Yeah, the spitting image of Tony Stark as well. And similarly accomplished technologically, you and your team do the wizardry that has Sentinel run so well. And I got to say, I use Sentinel dvpn, which is currently free on the Ethereum network, but it's moving over onto Cosmos when Mainnet launches, and we'll talk about that. So if anybody's interested, try out Sentinel. It works on desktop and on iPhone and on Android, and it's currently free. But I think first thing, Dan, we should say, why VPN? Why should anybody use a VPN?
Yeah, I think the use case for VPN is becoming more and more abundantly clear, especially as we've gone, to a remote world post-COVID. But people are looking for 2 reasons. One, to be able to get access to content. So, some of the most common use cases people look at as they're traveling abroad, to be able to get access to videos or information. I know our Vietnamese community can't access medium.com, but with VPNs they can, or people use it to be able to get access to streaming services. But then also access to real information, like more authoritarian places or countries might deny people access to information. And so the democratic access to information is one side. And then the other side is to be able to have a more secure and private internet experience. So if you're using a decentralized VPN, that is provably end-to-end encrypted and not logging your data, you're able to keep your data private and not have your internet service provider tracking your information and maybe reselling your private data online.
Yeah. Wow. Actually, Dan, there's two things you said that struck me. One, I didn't know that Medium is banned in Vietnam. I mean, I don't think Medium's controversial at all. It's just a blogging post with loads and loads of really great articles. Just a news website. So the Vietnamese government have taken it upon themselves to ban access to Medium. So if somebody's in Vietnam, they can use a VPN to access just some of the wonderful articles that are on medium.com. And then the other thing you said is the democratic access to information. So by using a VPN, I can access information that's out there, but a government, which can then inform how I live my life. But governments, increasingly repressive governments, will deny information and thus deny knowledge to their citizenry. And a VPN is a way of accessing information, accessing knowledge, which you can then use to inform your life. Okay.
Amen.
Amen. And then there's something particular about Sentinel as a decentralized VPN over centralized VPN services. And this is how I understand it. Centralized VPN services, and by the way, if you're a regular subscriber, you should know I'm a big fan of VPNs, right? And if you're not a regular subscriber, you should subscribe and comment, like, and either way, all of that stuff, right? But a centralized VPN can be captured. It can be physically captured because, you know, governments or whoever can go into the offices, take the servers. It can also be captured by regulation because a government could pass a law that says that the VPN servers within their territory have to give information to that government. And it can also be hacked. Plus, we don't know if in the back end, if the VPN is selling the information anyway or sharing the information. So, you know, they say that it's private and secure and encrypted, but there's no way of checking it because it's not open source. So those are the risks with centralized VPNs. Now, how does Sentinel get around those? Or how come those aren't issues for Sentinel?
Yeah, Srini, I think it'd be good for you to chime in here as well.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, so in case of centralized VPN, yeah, as you told, like there is a government, so it can pass a law and for sharing the user information to with the government. So, but in decentralized VPNs, the nodes are like hosted by the individual people, like people like us, and also by some organizations. So in this case, what happens is like government can't, even the government pass a law, but can't collect any information from the individual users because government don't know like who are these individuals hosted nodes, and so it can't get any information from users, from those users, and there is no any central authority involved in it, like running a VPN servers in a centralized manner, and all this is decentralized. And even if the individual host have some access to the metadata, but they can't share it with anybody, and they can't sell the information to anyone. And yeah, I think I forgot. Yeah.
No, that's good. And they can't intercept it either because it's all encrypted.
Yeah. So yeah, in DVPN network, the individual node host can't even like access to the real origin of the packet. So we are going to, in Sentinel, we are going to have relay network where multiple hops involved in between the origin and the destination. So the end node have access to the metadata, some of this HTTP headers, but it don't have it can't track back to the origin. So each of the node only knows the before the node the information that is got from the previous node. So every node, even the client after the first node, even the first node thinks that client is also a node. It's just the passing the packet to the another node. So it's not really possible to identify the origin of the packet.
Right. And just like governments and corporations have not been able to stop BitTorrent, despite spending hundreds of millions of dollars, they can't stop this because it's so decentralized.
Yes.
Okay. But how do we know that it is encrypted, that it is decentralized? How can anybody tell? I've only got your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the difference.
Yeah, so what we are going to do in Sentinel is like every time a node host spins up a node, so this node will register its encryption information and all the information related to bandwidth, etc. Like how much the price per GB, this kind of information it will put on the blockchain. So user is going to that configuration into his system. So and if the node host changes some configuration which is not equal to the which is not same to the information that he put on the blockchain, so the user will be notified and user will connection will be disconnected automatically. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then also the technology is open source as well, right? So people can go in, check it, verify it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then, okay. Now, you're on the Ethereum blockchain right now.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious how the blockchain comes in, because don't you have high gas fees with Ethereum, and where does the blockchain come in and all this? And you're going to be moving over to the Cosmos mainnet when you launch mainnet. Do you want to say about how it's running now and why you're moving over?
Yeah, in our architecture, we actually have involved with multiple transactions from the node side and the client side. So which should be like around 100 transactions per block. So with the increasing gas price and the network delay in executing the transaction on Ethereum, so we wanted to move to the Cosmos and Tendermint based blockchain, and also we had to scale our VPN, like because of in future, like we are going to see more adoption of the dvpn, so we need to scale our architecture. So for that we choose Cosmos IBC. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the reason we are moving from Ethereum to Cosmos, Tendermint based blockchain, and where we have like more access to writing our own consensus logic, and we can have like own staking and other more features for that. Yeah.
Okay, very good. And why Cosmos? Because there's loads of blockchains.
I didn't get you.
Sorry. Why move over to Cosmos? Why not some other blockchain?
So yeah, in 2018, we got introduced to Cosmos by Osmodat, who is from Kira network, and we are at the only time like we saw it as a great potential in scaling of the blockchain network. And with the IBC, we can achieve anything, like we can connect multiple blockchains and through the IBC, and that's the only reason like we choose Cosmos. And that at the time, there are many solutions like for Ethereum, but not like IBC solution is ready. Like we have a Polkadot, but it's not in. They don't have IBC yet.
Okay, and what is IBC, Srinivas?
Yeah, IBC stands for inter-blockchain communication, where if you look at Ethereum, Ethereum is a single blockchain where multiple tokens and the multiple people can write smart contracts and interact with smart contracts. So Ethereum itself can't talk with other blockchains. So but in IBC, where multiple blockchains, like we have like Cosmos Hub and Kava and Iris, Akash. So these blockchain can talk with each other and pass information, and users can pass information between these blockchains. Yeah, where like in our Sentinel use case, so we can scale up the dvpn network by deploying multiple dvpn zones under Sentinel Hub.
Okay, very good. And then
and I can also just give a little context here on why decentralized VPN is such a good use case for the blockchain. So all of the nodes that are offering bandwidth on the network, right? Like to prove that those are the actual nodes that are being offered, like you were saying, Rich, how do I know that this is end-to-end encrypted and that it's provable? One, the front-end applications are open source. So you can go to GitHub, you can review the code, and you can prove that you can rewrite the application and prove that it operates and it's open source, and that the actual information that's displayed on your application is how the code is being is functioning. And then two, all the nodes that are offering bandwidth in the network, what they do is they post their information to the blockchain address, the throughput, all the details of each node that's offering bandwidth, that's posted to the blockchain. And then your front-end application is just pinging the blockchain to display what are the nodes that are available. So there's no centralized authority that's managing and hosting all the nodes. they're displaying their information on the blockchain, and you can verify that that's the actual nodes that are being offered onto the network.
Okay, that's very good. And it's great that it's connected to the blockchain in that way, because it can't be tampered with. And then
Exactly.
open source and decentralized, well, that's all right up my street and right up the BPSAA street. Okay, now what's involved in moving over onto the Cosmos blockchain? Because I got the Sentinel DVPN. What am I going to notice? Is there going to be a bump in the middle of the night when it moves from one blockchain to another?
Yeah, so the main difference is going to be, as Srini talked about, the capability of the Sentinel DVPN network. So as we're on Ethereum's testnet, right now we don't have the ability to scale and to create seamless payments for everyone to be able to actually have the network grow at its capacity. But when we move on to our mainnet on Cosmos, we'll be able to have the nodes offering their bandwidth to and sharing it with our Sentinel blockchain based on the Tendermint blockchain. And with doing so, we'll be able to leverage, like Srini mentioned, the inter-blockchain communications layer, which opens up opportunity for payments and payment gateways, because we can connect with different crypto providers and be able to receive people that can pay for their bandwidth with different cryptocurrencies from different blockchains. And on top of that, it makes payments for streaming payments accessible because of the throughput of the blockchain. So if people are paying for bandwidth as they go in real time and streaming payments, the capacity is there, leveraging the Cosmos-based blockchain.
Okay.
And as Srini mentioned, we can spin up multiple zones within the Cosmos hub, so multiple blockchain zones, so dvpn zones. And in doing so, you have infinite scalability for the ability to offer streaming payments. And the swap itself, so people that are holding Sentinel-based tokens on Ethereum will have a swap where they can send those to a burn address, and in doing so, they will be receiving Sentinel tokens on our Cosmos-based mainnet. They can also send those to an exchange. MXC is a exchange that I believe is up and coming, and they're going to offer the swap natively on their exchange if people want to use the centralized exchange to be able to offer the swap. So that will happen. Big news is exciting. Our mainnet is launching on the 27th of this month, and as a part of that, there was a private funding round done by the SNT Foundation, which is supporting the growth of Sentinel. And that private funding round was just completed with some of the top names in crypto that we're really excited about across the industry that are supporting us and see the long-term viability for Sentinel. So the project is well capitalized now, and we have the assets and resources and institutional support to move on to the next leg for Sentinel's future as we move on to mainnet.
That's fabulous. That's fabulous. And you said three things there that I want to go into, right? So we'll come to the payments and the foundation as well. But in terms of the swap, so I have sent tokens. I can either send them to the burn address, and then I will automatically get the new Cosmos mainnet tokens. That's how that's going? Or I can send them to the MXC exchange, and then I will receive the swap will happen inside the exchange, and then I send them back to my Cosmos wallet. Now, one thing I got to know, right, is that if I want to hold Ethereum tokens, I have to have some Ethereum in that wallet. So if I want to hold Cosmos based tokens, do I have to have some Cosmos in that wallet as well? Does it work differently?
So it will be like user. We are going to make an announcement like about this swap process in like maybe in 1 week, 1 or 2 weeks, 1 week or 10 days, and it will be like the people who are currently holding the ERC20 tokens on their accounts on exchanges or anywhere on ledgers or anywhere. So what there are two ways to swap the tokens to the Cosmos based Sentinel network. One is like using our own swap tool like that we are going to run. It will go live by before the mainnet itself. And another way is like going to MXC exchange and put deposit your ERC20 cent tokens on the exchange, and after some time, like when MXC is providing the initialize the swap process, these tokens will be automatically converted into new DVPN Sentinel native DVPN tokens. Yeah, so the process will be like you just come to if you want to use our tool, use our tool. It will be like you just connect the MetaMask or Ledger device and just enter your destination address, Cosmos based Sentinel destination address, account address. So and enter how much tokens that you want to swap, and just click enter that amount and just click click and make a transaction. And we provide the backend server will be running on our machines, like and we look through the Ethereum logs events, and if the transaction goes success, like the tokens are burned on Ethereum smart contract successfully, and you will be our blockchain will be minting new tokens, equivalent tokens to your destination address.
Okay, now that destination address, that needs to be an Ethereum address, OX address?
No, it should be Sentinel blockchain's account address, which you can create using our V3 wallet currently. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and you're going to have an article with all the details, because I'm likely to do a video about it as well, as I swap my tokens, my Sent tokens. And I suppose I'll need to have enough gas fees to move my Sentinel tokens to the burn address.
Yeah.
Yes, so I should better save up my ETH. Who knows what the gas fee will be by then. All right, thank you for that. And then the Sentinel Foundation. Say a bit more about that, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. So the SNT Foundation is the nonprofit with the mission of growing the Sentinel DVPN network. So the network is the peer-to-peer network of individuals supplying VPN to the network and individuals that are using the VPN, supplying bandwidth of the network, and individuals that are using the bandwidth across the network. And so individuals that are using the bandwidth can be individual users of end user applications, and they could be companies that want to build end user applications. So the network is a base layer framework, a peer-to-peer network for people to access decentralized bandwidth. And so if you want to build your own company, Rich, and you want to offer decentralized VPN, you can build your own company and leverage the infrastructure of the Sentinel peer-to-peer DVPN network. The SNT Foundation has the mission of growing that peer-to-peer network, both on the supply side, people offering their bandwidth to the network, as well as on the demand side, companies that are building decentralized VPN applications connecting to the Sentinel DVPN peer-to-peer network.
That's incredible, because then not only are there individuals like myself and us three, who are committed to censorship resistance and privacy and freedom, but then companies that also have that ethos can then build their own DVPNs and get supported by the SNT Foundation in terms of technology and how to do it, and then make that available, become a provider, and then they can also sell that service. Am I right? Is that correct?
Exactly right. And so it's not theoretical. A company has already done this. Elysium has built their own decentralized VPN product on the Sentinel network, and the product is called Velocity VPN, and they have over 100,000 users on Velocity DVPN. So we're seeing the network already scale, and we already have companies that are pinging us at Exidio saying, we really like what's happening on the Sentinel network. We'd like to work with Exidio to help us integrate and build our company's VPN on the Sentinel network.
That's incredible. And I did a video about Velocity, I'm pretty certain, on my channel, because I've been following this project for over a year. The decentralized VPN, yes, come on. Okay, and by the way, if you're watching, it's not the only one. There are other projects on the blockchain offering DVPNs, and I don't know how Sentinel compares because I've not done any comparison, but Sentinel, I'm quite happy. I'm happy with the free application I've got, and then I'm also happy with the opportunity to earn passive income. So how does that work for Sent token holders, and how do Sent token holders benefit from other projects building their DVPNs on the Sentinel framework?
The Sentinel token has a lot of use case within the Sentinel ecosystem. So the Sentinel token has three primary functions: security on the blockchain, ensuring the security of the blockchain by having validators validate the blockchain. And to be able to validate the blockchain, you need to be one of the top 50 validators in the Sentinel chain. And so it's a competitive environment. Tokens to a validator, or if you're actively validating the blockchain, you're earning staking rewards by staking your tokens and earning the staking rewards. And then thirdly, and possibly the most interestingly, is that the token is what we consider a work token. So as you offer bandwidth to the network, you receive income for that bandwidth that you're offering to the network, the income that you would derive from that bandwidth that's shared on the network. You only receive 80% of it. 20% of it is accrued back to token holders that are staking the token. So not only are you earning staking rewards by staking the token, but you're earning rewards proportional to the growth of the network as revenue is generated. So the token is used for for staking and governance on the blockchain and on-chain voting. The token is used as the network grows. Value accrues to the token for token holders that are staking, and the token can also be used within the ecosystem to use the applications.
Okay. Now the connection kept dropping out, which may be mine, it may be yours, right? Let me say that about what I got, right? So one is I can use the SENT token to buy and sell the service. So I want to use the dvpn. I can pay with SENT tokens. I can also pay with other cryptocurrencies. If I'm supplying bandwidth to the network, I will get paid in SENT tokens. The SENT tokens are in limited supply. They're finite. So the value of them will go up as the network builds and grows. And also by staking SENT tokens, I will get a proportion of the entire revenue that the network generates. Is there any evidence?
Correct.
Those are the income opportunities?
There is one more thing. So there will be network activity, like transaction activity on the network, like for the subscription and the subscribing to subscription plans, subscribing to nodes and using the service of the node. So for every transaction, for every subscription that happens on Sentinel network, the stakers will get a 20% out of that amount that user made. So yeah, by the way, so in future, like if there are multiple applications building on Sentinel dvpn network, there will be more transactions will happen on the network, right? So that way, stakers will get more amount of rewards. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Very good. I'm looking forward to that. And that'll start launching on day one, right? When it goes onto mainnet.
Yeah, that will be in next version of the mainnet. Like maybe it will be in Q2. Like the Q2 mainnet will include IBC and these 20% reward and also our proof of bandwidth signatures and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then when it goes on mainnet, are people going to need to start paying for the service, or will that come in Q2?
Yeah. So immediately when we are on mainnet, like people can offer the bandwidth on to the users, and they can get paid in SENT tokens.
Right. Now I know there are you mentioned other cryptocurrencies. People will be able to buy the service with other cryptocurrencies. Are there any in mind you have, or can it be any? How will that work?
Yeah, currently it will be in SENT tokens, but once we have IBC integrated into Sentinel main blockchain, people can also, if the node host accepts that particular token, and users can pay in the token.
Okay.
With IBC. Yeah.
Okay. So if I were to accept Pirate Chain coins for the bandwidth that I offer, I could get paid in Pirate Chain?
Yeah, I think Pirate Chain is not on Cosmos, not built on Cosmos, right? So they have to. We need to be. There should be a bridge between this Pirate Chain, native Pirate Chain, and our Sentinel blockchain. So using that bridge, we have to log the tokens on the Pirate Chain and mint those tokens on Sentinel blockchain, so users can circulate those tokens on our chain.
Okay. All right. Well, but I could get paid in Ethereum tokens or Cosmos-based tokens if I wanted to. All right. Well, I look forward to Pirate Chain being available. Maybe I can get paid in Wrapped R when that launches. That would be very nice, because that would just make it even more private and secure and decentralized, being paid in the ultimate privacy cryptocurrency. All right. So Dan, this is all very, very exciting. Okay. There is a lot happening, I know, with Sentinel. So do you want to run through, or where can people find out about it? What's coming up?
So the best places to find out about Sentinel are on Sentinel's website, sentinel.co, Sentinel's Twitter, twitter.com/sentinel_co, and Sentinel's announcement channel on Telegram, which is t.me/sentinel_announcements, and the Sentinel main Telegram page, which is t.me/sentinel_co. Tons coming up with our mainnet at the end of this month on the 27th of March. And in doing so, there's a lot that entails. We have our validator list that is going to be announced in the next week and a half with the initial validator set, as well as another blog post detailing the process to host a validator if you want to be a part of the initial validator set on the Sentinel chain. We also have a paper coming out with details on the token, its use cases within the ecosystem, some of the things that we discussed on this video in detail, understanding the economic model of the token. And then we'll have a blog post detailing the token swap and how you can use the V3 client to be able to claim Sentinel tokens on Mainnet, as well as leveraging centralized exchanges to do the token swap. We also have, with the new funding that the SNT Foundation has, there will be an increase in staff and development on not only the Sentinel main hub, but also Sentinel will have a lot more collaboration within the Cosmos ecosystem and supporting other projects. Some information is TBA, but there's some announcements that we will be having as far as collaboration and building core infrastructure within the Cosmos ecosystem.
Okay, but what kind of collaboration? What are you going to do other than offer a template for a dvpn?
So there's a lot of things that the Cosmos ecosystem is currently building. And if you dig a little deeper, you can see some of those things that are happening. But we need to, before we can make these announcements public, we need to get confirmation and the announcements will come out all together. But you can imagine some of the core tubing for the Cosmos ecosystem, including wallets, including integration and bridges with other blockchains, and including access to different blockchain explorers. There's a lot happening in-house.
Very cool. Okay. Now you said the SNT Foundation is well funded, but I also understand that Exidio is now well funded. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So the SNT Foundation has the ability to offer grants to any company that's building integrations on the Sentinel network as they see the opportunity for growth across the network. And so this is an opportunity for companies that want to really build on Sentinel to come to the SNT Foundation and explain their use case and how they can help grow the network. And the SNT Foundation has the capability of offering grants to those companies.
And where does the SNT Foundation get its money from?
The SNT Foundation has capital from the private fundraise that just took place, as well as building integrations and solutions with other projects.
Okay. Now, this private fundraise, is this the one for Exidio or a separate one?
No, there was no private fundraise for Exidio. There was a fundraise for the SNT Foundation.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. I misunderstood. Okay. All right. So can you tell us more about the fundraise? How much was raised? What difference does it make to the project in terms of the longevity of the project?
Yeah. So the fundraise was completed as of this last week, a week ago. The SNT Foundation completed a fundraise with a lot of top funds and minds in the space. So if you're really fortunate, Woodstock Fund, and Age Capital, Akka Capital, Pangea, Blockchain, X Network, and a lot of interesting players in the Cosmos ecosystem. Individuals are supporting, including leaders from Akash, Persistence, Secret Network, Tendermint, and other important funds, including AU21, Alpha Block Investments. We have a pretty robust investor group. And with that, not only does the capital come forward, but the institutional support and backing and connections within the network. So the SNT Foundation feels really fortunate about having such robust and strong support. And the community is really excited about this as well. And $3.5 million was raised in the private funding round, and that will have the capacity for scaling operations on the Sentinel network, encouraging other companies to build on the Sentinel network, as well as some of the future things in the Exidio's roadmap, including building a hardware router and scaling up a team for development of executing against our roadmap.
Right. Okay. And then how are people going to find out about this project? What are you doing in that regard?
So there's a heavy marketing push. Right now, we're happy to be on your channel. We're working with other influencers and agencies that help spread content. We're working with Watchman, the top crypto marketing PR agency in the West. And we're working with Wink Crypto / Chain News for the top marketing agency in the East in China. And then we're also working with a lot of news outlets that push information within the blockchain ecosystem. So we have a very robust effort on traditional marketing and PR. And then there's been a really strong community support that's been really cool to see on the grassroots level on social media networks as well. So I think that the word is starting to get out. But with funds, now we have the capacity to get greater exposure and also get listed on more major exchanges and provide more access for everyone to the network.
Fabulous. Very good. Because the ethos, decentralization, privacy, security, freedom is very, very important. So that's great that people can get the word out and that you're well funded. But to use Srinivasan is the Sentinel DVPN as a VPN, is it any good? And if so, why?
Yeah, so there are currently many VPN protocols available like WireGuard, OpenVPN, IKV2, and some etc. But all are can be blocked easily because they are all open sourced and operate they are all one single open sourced VPN protocol. So which can be easily identified by government and can be blocked. But Sentinel is like a protocol that operates on top of these protocols. So Sentinel will be integrating multiple open source or proprietary protocols, mostly open source protocol under our protocol. So user can have like wide variety of VPN protocols available on our network. So you can choose and use better which is best suitable for in his geographical area. Yeah. And
Okay.
so we are also like
just hold on, just so I can understand it, because I'm not technical. So WireGuard, OpenVPN, they're different protocols or coding languages that allow for a VPN to be created, built using that coding.
Yeah.
Using that program. Yeah. But governments, you're saying, can stop, say, they could stop WireGuard, that program. So then if VPN relies just on WireGuard, then it ain't going to operate in that region.
Yeah. Yeah, because the protocol is open sourced and can see like how the connection establishment work and how the packets are routed between packet exchange will happen between happens between the client and server. So this protocol have so it is actually a protocol, right, which can be identified easily. Like so, this can be blocked. Yeah.
Okay, and then Sentinel gets around that because it runs on many different protocols.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay.
And with many protocols available on Sentinel DVPN network, and user will have much access to the all will have access to all kinds of protocols. So he can choose whichever is suitable for his area. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I can have a choice to go on WireGuard or OpenVPN or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, depending on which part of the world I'm in and what the authorities are doing there. Okay. And then I've heard talk about V3. What's V3 and what role will that play with Sentinel?
Yeah, on Ethereum, so like in 2018 we have released our first client, which is version 1. It works with Ethereum testnet and Ethereum blockchain. So we just further we are moving to Cosmos based blockchain. So for that we are completely revamped our wallet and the client. So currently this V3 is built for our Cosmos based Sentinel blockchain. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, I can't wait.
Yeah, and using our V3, users can people can stake their token by delegating and unbound. They can vote from the wallet itself. Yeah, they can easily connect to any VPN node that is available. Yeah.
Yes. Now I notice how easy it is to use already. It's certainly on my Android phone, very, very easy to use. And I can choose the different locations that I want to connect to. And I imagine, or I hope that once it's launched, the V3, it'll be as easy to use. And I assume it would be because it would be consistent with the design so far. Okay.
Yeah, it will be so easy, and we'll be actively maintaining, developing the V3 and adding new features. Every feature can be as a plugin to the V3 wallet. So it's user wish to whether to add that plugin to the V3 wallet or not. Like if some people don't want to use VPN, they can just use the wallet. And if people want to use node management tools using V3 wallet, V3 client, they can install that plugin as well. Yeah, so much more things are going to be integrated into our V3 client.
Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Anything else you guys want to let me know? Anything we haven't covered before we finish up?
No, I'm really excited for the path ahead and for our mainnet and for finally becoming a part of the Cosmos family, which we've been building on for a long time. And as we do so, we encourage everyone to come in, jump into our Telegram, ask us questions, and interact and come along for the journey as we help to build the public access and mass adoption of decentralized VPN.
Yes, fabulous indeed. And I appreciate you coming on the channel to explain. You've been on the channel before, and just to let you know, you will be on the channel again. And I said this is a project that I've been following for over a year. In fact, they are going to be on the channel again. And anybody who's interested, any questions or comments, let me know in the description below, below the video. Go join the Telegram group. Go check them out, and start downloading it now. Use it now. It's available. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Srini and Crypto Dan signing out. All the best. Bye bye.